Reports out of China say that Tesla is quietly taking orders for the Highland, the most anticipated refresh to the Model 3 since it came out 4 years ago.
In this video, something big is coming. I feel like I've said that before in a different context. Anyway, we're going to be following the breadcrumbs that seem to rather clearly indicate a refreshed Model 3 is just about to drop. Not only just about to drop, but be better and more profitable than today's Model 3. Also potentially significantly cheaper. And someone at Tesla may be getting fired after what appears to be a very juicy leak, further strengthening the rumours about a new Model 3 just around the corner. P.S. If you'd like more content, check the links in the pinned comment. Yesterday, to my ex-subscribers, I posted a rather amusing video about the real company that produces real trucks that doesn't have a real recall for every single battery electric vehicle they've produced so far because of a spontaneous combustion event, something gravy train, out Elon. And for my Patreon supporters, I posted a really fascinating comparison between Rivian and Tesla, looking at how quickly each company historically ramped to current production levels, what sort of losses or profits they were making at that point in time. In short, how much faster, better, and more profitable Tesla is and was at the same stage in their life as a company as Rivian is today. Makes for some fascinating watching. Check the links in the pinned comment.
Reports out of China say that Tesla is quietly taking orders for the Highland, the most anticipated refresh to the Model 3 since it came out 4 years ago. Highland is Tesla's internal code name for the refresh car. Customers have to place a 1,000 yuan non-refundable deposit to order the car, which is about $137 at current exchange rates. Deliveries could start next month or in October. The base price is expected to be around 200,000 yuan, which is around 27,460 bucks.
So if true, at this point in time, these are just rumors, but if true, holy shit. Just a touch over 25,000 US dollars, with obviously a healthy profit margin built in. First deliveries taking place this year. If true, again, these are just rumors for now, but if true, think about the possible implications as Tesla scales up production of this potentially refreshed Model 3. This is batshit insane. In fairness, labor costs in China are typically lower. Their Shanghai factory is super efficient. Obviously, there'll be many modifications to a refreshed platform in terms of manufacturing techniques to drive costs down. So refreshed Model 3s produced in the United States and Europe probably won't quite be as cheap, at least in terms of cost to produce due to differing labor costs, but they'll be close enough. One more time. If true, holy shit. Perhaps some context would help. As I record this, the entry-level LFP, lower performance, rear-wheel drive only Model 3 available to order right now in China is about 232,000 yuan. The refreshed Model 3 rumored to be around 200,000, as in about 16% cheaper. Now, why does 16% ring a bell? Well, that's right, because Tesla's gross automotive margins in the last quarter are about 17%. All other things being equal, and again, these are just rumors, but this may suggest that Tesla's found a way to drive the cost of this refreshed Model 3 down by give or take maybe 20%. Now, for those of you playing along at home, since debuting the Model 3, we've heard from Tesla the cost to produce Model 3 has been driven down by more than 30%. Another 20% decline, that would be about a 50% decline in the cost to produce Model 3. A far better Model 3, by the way, in the span of give or take, let's call it about 6 years. But don't worry, there's no way that could ever happen again, especially not with the subsequent generation of vehicle platform that Tesla already told us about earlier this year at Investor Day 2023, which itself will see about a 50% cost reduction over today's generation of vehicles. Remember though, at this point, these are just rumors. The one thing I am highly confident of, whenever we do see a refreshed Model 3, it will not only be better than today's Model 3, but also cheaper for Tesla to produce than today's Model 3. More on that later in this video.
That's $12,780 cheaper than the current base model in the US, according to Tesla's website. Not only is Tesla said to have refreshed the styling, mainly to the front and rear fascias, the Highland should get the front and rear gigacastings to cut down on manufacturing costs. It's expected to get a 5-megapixel camera, which provides better resolution for its automated driving system. And it sounds like the turn signal and gear shift stalks will be eliminated altogether, and those functions will be integrated into the steering wheel instead.
What's that saying again? The best part is no part.
And the standard battery size will likely grow to 66 kilowatt hours, up from the current 60 kilowatt hours. That will give it a range of 610 kilometers or 379 miles on the Chinese CLTC driving cycle. The high-performance version gets a 72 kilowatt-hour lithium manganese iron phosphate battery from CATL. And if it hits at that base price, it would be absolutely stunning, and it suggests that Tesla's so-called Model 2, the entry-level car that it will build in Mexico, could be priced under the $25,000 that Elon Musk has been talking about.
Only time will tell. However, the breadcrumbs are rather clearly leading to a refreshed Model 3. Tesla told us there'd be downtime for global upgrades, Model 3 production will be down. We're hearing rumours about pricing, whether or not these rumours are true, who cares, who knows? But it seems almost certain a refreshed Model 3 is just around the corner. Oh, and in totally unrelated matters, I just thought I might mention again that Tesla's so-called competition at this point in time, everyone outside of China is losing insane amounts of money on every electric vehicle sold. Meanwhile, Tesla, prior to a potentially refreshed, even more profitable Model 3, has industry-leading profit margins and is producing more electric vehicles and selling more electric vehicles than any company on planet Earth. And now, more breadcrumbs, which may or may not have been accidentally leaked by Tesla. Oops. Now, I love me a good breadcrumb or two. We're currently on the Model 3 order page on the Irish Tesla website. Nothing much to see here. Estimated delivery for the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, August to September 2023. I was browsing X today, as you do, and somebody has discovered a link, a subpage within the Tesla website, and I'll share the URL in the description if you guys want to click. If it's still live, then you can watch yourself. Check this page out. Model 3 rear-wheel drive. This is a specific subpage. What do we have here? New vehicle coming soon. Again, just to confirm, this is a live page on the Tesla Irish website right now. Model 3 rear-wheel drive. Keep scrolling. Bam. New vehicle coming soon. Is this an accident? Is it a mistake? Is this page meant to be published? No fucking idea. But, like I said, I love me a good breadcrumb or two, and I think we may have found a couple of breadcrumbs, hinting strongly that preparations are underway. Now, why on earth would you have a web page set up when customers attempt to order a Model 3 rear-wheel drive that explicitly says new vehicle coming soon? Won't that prevent customers from ordering existing vehicles? Probably. So why the would you have a web page that says this? Speculation alert. The only reason I can think is if you're going to stop taking all orders for the vehicle until the new vehicle arrives. Otherwise, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So what are the odds that later this quarter, when Tesla completely shuts down global production of Tesla's Model 3 vehicle, what are the odds they'll clear inventory? They'll stop taking new orders for a short period of time, at least for the rear-wheel drive, maybe all versions, and simply note to customers that a new vehicle is coming soon, maybe allowing them to reserve rather than order. I'm just speculating here, but like I said, this actually exists. New vehicle coming soon on the Tesla website. Again, the URL linked in the description. While we're on the subject of breadcrumbs, this is the Model 3 order page on the Tesla Island website, not the specific link that somebody has somehow discovered. Pre-configured vehicles. Pricing adjustments valid when taking delivery within 7 days of order. Now, what the actual does this mean? Again, speculation alert. What are the odds that this is related to an updated, refreshed Model 3? I have a funny feeling if we click this link, we are going to end up on the inventory website, not the order page. Now, why does this matter? I suspect Tesla is going to discount, if necessary, existing Model 3 inventory just before releasing the new version of the vehicle. And this is why pricing adjustments, aka discounts on inventory, will be valid only if you're taking delivery within 7 days of the order. Why? Because Tesla wants to clear inventory as fast as possible and then start taking orders for the new vehicle. Again, I don't know, but let's see where this link goes. Oh, what do you fucking know? We've ended up on the Tesla inventory page. Like I said, I love me a good breadcrumb or two, and I think the pieces of the puzzle are fitting together quite nicely here. And we're not done yet. We're on Doomberg. Tesla revamped Model 3 mass output in China may start next month. Updated model said to have sleeker exterior and interior design. Display cars may be sent to showrooms later in August, as in the next few days. It's almost the end of the month. Mass production of Tesla's revamped Model 3 may start in China as soon as next month, people familiar with the matter said. just as the US automaker kicks off another round of price cuts on some current models. The electric car maker is in the final stages of producing display vehicles, which will be shipped to Tesla showrooms later in August. The people said, asking not to be identified because the information isn't public and they don't want to get canned for leaking details. Mass production is set to follow beginning as soon as September. Output will ramp up through China's National Day holiday, which starts September 30th, the people added. Now remember, Tesla themselves told us there's going to be global shutdowns and a reduction in total production in Q3 due to, quote, upgrades or some words to that effect. Fairly likely that these two things are connected. Tesla representatives in China didn't respond to a request for comment. Of course not. I mean, this is one of those better to say nothing situations. Both the revamped Model 3's exterior design and the interior components have been changed to make the car sleeker, one of the people said, adding that its overall cost will be lower than the current iteration when production is running at full capacity. Now, this is one of those no shit Sherlock moments. If you're taking the opportunity to do major upgrades to one of your vehicle lines, it's the perfect opportunity if you're going to have to shut down production anyway to make major improvements to the manufacturing systems, e.g. giant castings, deleting parts and processes. It's not always so easy to instantly implement massive changes and new manufacturing efficiencies if you want to keep your production lines up. This is why, throughout Tesla's history, there's been various variations of vehicles being produced at different locations with totally different technology. Tesla didn't click their fingers and magically have gigacastings in every vehicle on every production line instantly. It takes time, again, because if you have to shut down production lines, you lose a shit ton of production. It's extremely likely that a refreshed Model 3 features a huge number of manufacturing innovations, the deletion of parts and processes, big castings and so on, in addition to aesthetic and technological changes that customers would notice. And every time Tesla deletes a part, a process, or lots of parts and lots of processes, costs come down. Picking back up where I left off, adding that its overall cost will be lower than the current iteration when production is running at full capacity. And by the way, it kind of goes without saying, but sometimes you've got to point out the obvious. Just imagine the new Model 3 is better on everything that matters from a consumer's point of view, unquestionably a better product, and from a business/investment point of view, it's significantly more profitable. This is called winning, unless, of course, you're Tesla's so-called competition. Also, again, having to point out the obvious here, the people who've been crying about Tesla's short-term gross automotive margins continue to forget that Tesla can continue to drive the cost to produce their compelling vehicles down over time, meaning even if prices remain static, margins can improve over time. The four-door sedan was first launched in 2017 and was hugely popular not only in the US but also in China and Europe. It gradually lost its competitive edge in China, the world's largest car market, especially after, this is actually really funny, especially after rival EVs from local players like BYD and XPeng. The elephant in the room here, folks, especially after Tesla cannibalized Model 3 sales with its bigger, better brother, the Model Y. Model Y, honestly, at this point in time, it's almost a no-brainer. Comparable performance, comparable range, comparable price, and more storage space. Model Y, no question, is a more functional version of the Model 3 for basically the same price with basically the same performance. And we know that SUVs are the most popular vehicles on the planet. So the majority of the Model 3 slowdown in sales growth is a result of Model Y, not Tesla's competition. We'll see round 2 of this when Tesla's next-gen $25,000 vehicle comes out. It will slow sales of Model 3 and Model Y. That doesn't mean that Model Y and 3 sales won't continue to grow over time. It just means that once there's a much more affordable alternative that ticks most of the same boxes, many consumers are like, nah, fuck it, I'll just get the cheaper vehicle. It'll suit my needs just fine. The reason Model 3 sales were so phenomenal initially is because there was no Model Y. Earlier this week, Tesla marked down several models in China in an effort to boost sales, fueling concern fueling concern that the company may rekindle a price war. It also extended an 8,000 yuan, $1,100 insurance subsidy for the base version of the Model 3 sedan, keeping the perk in place through the end of next month. Interesting breadcrumb here. Tesla incentivizing purchases of their current Model 3. Shipments from Tesla's China plant plunged 31% in July to the lowest level this year, even as BYD, NIO and Li Auto all set delivery records. The automaker announced last month that global production would drop in the third quarter due to downtime for factory upgrades, without offering specifics. Hello, Bloomberg. New Model 3, hello. By the way, in case you guys don't know, July is in the third quarter. So Tesla kind of told us there'd be a slowdown in production in Q3, and now they're pointing out a slowdown in China production in Q3. So I think it's fairly safe to say there's approximately a 99.69420% probability that a refreshed Model 3 will be dropping very soon. Of equally high probability, it will be significantly better than today's Model 3, look a little bit different, and once ramped up to volume, be significantly more profitable, aka cheaper to produce than today's Model 3, which bodes extremely well for Tesla and could be the final nail in the coffin for every company on the planet producing vehicles that doesn't start with TESL and end in A. Just saying. And what are the odds that a refreshed Model Y will follow within maybe 12, 24 months of a refreshed Model 3? That too is something to ponder. And don't forget, Cybertruck deliveries will be happening later this year. Just between you and I think we've discovered the Tesla roadmap between now and first deliveries of their next gen $25,000 or less vehicle. Oh, and then there's the whole robotaxi thing, which you can safely ignore because it's not a big deal and you definitely won't regret ignoring the potential implications of robotaxis awakening and Tesla having an unstable lead. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point and something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy. Wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1 shit, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month. And if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. You get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month. And if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment and please let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.